What's up, everybody? This is Jason, and let's just get the elephant out and visual and talk about it. As you can see right here, it looks like there's some sort of ring situation. It's like ghost, like fog in my camera. Well, that's because I dropped my camera and it happened to crack right across the lens of the camera. So I kind of stopped doing videos because I was like, that looks like garbage more than this thing when I'm doing a video. But with that added fog, tint, cloudy look to it, I was just like, man. But the more I thought about it, I was like, who cares? I'm just doing this for fun. Who cares if the camera has a crack across it? I'll eventually get a new camera or a new phone and we'll figure it out. But I kind of still want to enjoy talking about movies, showing off what I picked up, just discuss film in general. So that's what I'm going to do. So it is what it is. I'll try to kind of put it off to the side over here where I feel like there's less cloudiness. And anyway, so I went to a pawn shop and a Goodwill this morning and picked up some stuff. So I think everything I spent here was like about $20. So I feel like a pretty good deal. First up is The Hunt. This is a DVD with a slipcase, steel sealed. As you can see this. This movie had lots of drama from your mama about 2 years ago. Apparently, it's kind of like a satirical horror movie, kind of like a Purge type thing. I think it's more like about liberals versus conservatives. I'm not for sure. I've heard a lot of people say actually they've enjoyed it. It's actually a good movie. They've made a big deal about taking this out of the theater. It was going to be triggering to people and people will be offended. So I haven't seen it. But you have Betty Gilpin, which I think she was in Glow, if I'm not mistaken, and Hilary Swank, Academy Award winner Hilary Swank. So I have no idea about it, but I'm definitely interested in it. I like a good, fun, violent action movie. So there you go. So I don't know. We'll see. But for a couple dollars, all right. Next up is the Mighty Python and the Holy Grail. I've always wanted this version. There's a couple ones floating around out here, but this one came also with its slipcover and the movie itself, as you can see. But the slipcover kind of has like a lenticular cover, a little bit there. But the reason why I want this movie so bad is because look at all those special features. There is a crap ton of special features. I think they even say there's one in here that there's like a dubbed or a subtitled Japanese version. I don't know. It's just like there's all kinds of commentaries. There's all kinds of behind the scenes featuresque. Just everything. It says almost new, a glorious extra 24 seconds, absolutely free. I mean, obviously some of this is just being goofy and silly. But anyways, I really wanted to pick this up because like I said, I've never got to get this version. I always wanted it. And I love that movie. Rest of these are all, I believe, Blu-rays. I got all these Blu-rays, like I said, for like $2. First up is The Expendables 1, 2, and 3 on Blu-ray. So I think, like I said, all these were $2 a piece. I think I have all these in either a Blu-ray or a DVD form, but I don't have them all underneath one house, like this Blu-ray. So this will be helpful to have them all underneath one. I'm not really needing like a bunch of special features, so if it comes with special features on these discs, that's awesome. I didn't even look for that as an option. I'm assuming some of them probably will have some special features. But I liked all three of the movies. Again, nothing fantastic. It's just good, just dumb action. Definitely a throwback to the 80s, early 90s action. And it also helps me clear out some of the other stuff in my collection if I don't need it. Next up, this was awesome. I was super excited about this one. Is Pet Sematary. Stephen King's Pet Sematary. I have not seen this movie in forever. Probably whenever it first came out in 88 or 89. So probably, early 90s time. I'm sure I caught it a few more times. But I remember watching this movie as a kid. Scared the bejesus out of me. What's the kid's name? Oh, man, what is the kid's name? There's the cat's name the cat has a weird name. The kid, I can't remember. Shoot. Anyways, yes, I'm looking forward to seeing this has a commentary on here, so that's good with the director, Mary Lambert, so there you go. So Gage. I couldn't. And then Church is the cat's name, right? Church. See, if I'm old, so it takes a while. That hamster was going. Next up is Godzilla on Blu-ray. I believe I already have this, so this might be just a quick flip, throw it on eBay, and just see if I can get a couple schmeckles for it. But this is, again, I think this is a 2-disc one, if I'm not mistaken. This is 2 discs along with a possible digital code. So I already have this, like I said, on Blu-ray, but I really like this movie a lot. I really like the Godzilla modern day takes on the Godzilla movies and the King Kong stuff. So there you go. I never knew this was on Blu-ray. I'm super pumped that it was on Blu-ray. I would assume this sounds great on my new sound system and new TV and all that jazz. But it is the 1990s classic Twister. You got Bill Paxton on here, Carrie Hughes, Jamie Gertz, and Helen Hunt. I remember loving this movie. And this one probably came out in like 95 or 6, I bet, somewhere around that. But this one has a ton of special features as well. I just really want to get it because I would think it would look and sound awesome on Blu-ray. So I'm hoping it does. So we will see. But I remember loving this movie after watching. I know this movie inspired a lot of people my age to be, weather chasers, tornado chasers. So anyways, there's that. Next up is, I don't really remember much about this movie, but it has some heavy hitters in it, and it's a genre that I don't know much about. It is Reign of Fire. So you have Matthew McConaughey and Christian Bale, but this is kind of a I don't want to say sword and sandal, but it's kind of like, what do you call, like a fantasy with dragons and all that. Again, it's a Blu-ray. I got it for $2. There's a bunch of special features on the back, as you can see there, behind the scenes stuff. I would think it would look amazing on Blu-ray, on the big screen with the sound bar and the woofer and all the surround sound I have behind my couch. So we'll see if it turns out to be any good. Some of these movies where I'm just picking up for just the pure fact that it's maybe just like discs that can kind of show off my system, or just having the background that look kind of cool. So there's that. Next up is Iron Man 3, the weakest in the Iron Man trilogy or series. Same thing. I'm a completist. I want everything Marvel that I can get. I believe I have this on DVD, but not on Blu-ray. So I'm going to pick this up. And a lot of this, like I said, will just be to flip. So if I'm buying the Blu-rays, I'm flipping them to get the DVDs out. And I have the same one. I think I've said this before in videos. Like, what I usually do is like take all the inserts that I might be missing from my original pickup, from the DVDs or Blu-rays or 4Ks, put those into my collection, and then sell whatever is left of the disc. Again, I'm not a big fan of this movie. It was okay, but there was so much silliness going on. I do appreciate they kind of paid off a lot of this in this new Spider-Man movie. So that was cool. Was it Spider-Man that he shows up in? The Ben Kingsley character? I want to say he shows up in that. All right, next up is... I just got it because I don't think I have either one of these on Blu-ray, and if I do, it's just the one. It is everybody's favorite Amber Heard ex-husband, Johnny Depp in Dark Shadows and Sleepy Hollow. I love Sleepy Hollow. It's such a great movie. Dark Shadows, I know a lot of people crapped on it, and I know that Tim Burton didn't know if he wants to make it a comedy or a straight-up horror movie. So it's like, it has like a schizophrenic personality in the movie. I actually didn't mind it that much, but I was not married to the Dark Shadows TV show. I'd seen probably a few dozen episodes out of like, I don't know, thousands or something over the years. So I didn't have this like love for the source material. And I thought Johnny Depp was actually pretty interesting as Barnabas, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, so for Blu-ray, I got them for $1 a piece because it's $1 per. It's a Blu-ray I got for $2. So excuse me. So mostly I got it for Sleepy Hollow, but Dark Shadows, that doesn't bother me. This was cool. I got this is still sealed, like kind of like The Hunt. This is a Christmas Story, still sealed, with a bunch of special features, commentary, with Bob Clark and Peter Billingsley, who plays Ralphie. There's 20th anniversary documentary, 2 festive featurettes, and script pages and a theatrical trailer. I love this movie. I've been trying to upgrade a lot of my Christmas movies. One, I'm trying to get more, because I didn't even have a lot on DVD, shockingly. But I'm also trying to upgrade to Blu-ray. I found Home Alone Part 2, but the disc was kind of scratched up, and I'm like, I ain't taking a chance. But this hasn't even been opened. Obviously, this came from Barnes & Noble at some point. So this will definitely get cracked out during Christmas time. Next up is, again, getting it for $2. I'm getting 3 Blu-rays for $2. It is Swordfish, Point Break, and Executive Decision. Is that right? So 3 kind of action movies, I believe, that came out like mid to late 90s to like early 2000s, I guess. With Swordfish, I know that came out probably like 2003 or 4 maybe. Point Break, that was probably like mid to late 90s, I would assume. Or maybe even early 90s. This is 91. So 91 for Point Break, 96 for Executive Decision, and 2001 for Swordfish. So I was in the realm, what I was trying to get at. I haven't seen Point Break since it came out in like the early 90s. Swordfish I saw one time in the theater, and I remember liking it. I don't remember much about it, but I need to go back and watching it. But as you can tell, it's a pretty big cast. An Executive Decision, I am sure I've seen this at some point, but I honestly do not remember much about it. So who is in it? I mean, Kurt Russell's in here. Let's see who else is in this. Halle Berry's also in this. John Leguizamo in it. Oliver Platt. Joe Morton. Steven Seagal. Steven Seagal's in this? Okay. All right, so yes. So I'm definitely interested in this DVD, or I'm sorry, Blu-ray. I'm sorry. So there is that. A few more. Next up is, I believe I don't have this on Blu-ray. I could be wrong. Again, I almost pick them all the time up and just roll the dice and then take it home and see. X-Men Days of Future Past. I know a lot of people crap on these X-Men movies that came out, but again, I mean, when I'm getting them for $2 for the whole kit and caboodle, this comes with the possible digital code. There's a booklet in here as well, as I don't know if I'm not going to show the digital, but the fan art booklet that came with it. And again, it's the Blu-ray itself. So for $2, like I always like to say, I'll be your Huckleberry. So I'm going to pick this up. And guys, when it's a superhero movie, I just want to be entertained. I mean, if the story sucks and the CGI or the effects are terrible, then yes, I'll be the first one to admit. But like in the new Batman movie, I was not impressed. It was like a huge bore fest. I was like falling asleep. It was so boring. It could have been more of like a made-for-TV miniseries. But whatever, it is what it is. Next up is the Suicide Squad, the OG. Again, kind of like I was saying with the X-Men, like for $2, sure, I'm going to give it a shot. This was I think a very different version, because it's an extended cut. So there's actually 3 discs. This came with a slipcover as well. So there's a lot going on for me in this. But you have the digital code, but you have the original movie on DVD, but then you have the extended cut. And then I didn't realize this, but then there's two Blu-rays, because you have the extended cut here, and then you have the theatrical cut here. So this came with essentially 4 versions or variations of this movie with the digital code as well. So I mean, for $2 again, I think this might have been $3 because this is at the Goodwill. But yeah, I mean, I have not seen the extended cut, so I don't know if it's any good or not. I didn't honestly hate this movie. Again, a lot of people crapped all over it. My expectations for DC movies, and for the most part Marvel movies, is so low that if it keeps my entertainment, there's enough action going on, the story is somewhat, linear, makes sense or whatever, I'll give it a shot and enjoy it. So there's Suicide Squad. Yeah, I thought it was fine. Oh, and then we got over here got Slappy McSlap Slap. And then last, certainly not least, I don't believe I have this version. I'm a huge fan of the Predator series. I don't think I have the Ultimate Hunter edition, but I do now. And if I do, again, I will just swap out anything I need to swap out. But this has tons and tons of special features. I mean, you have a couple different commentaries, bunch of special features behind the scenes, of special effects, featurettes, short takes on the filmmakers, deleted scenes, photo galleries, making of. I mean, again, for $2, guys, all day long, every day, right there. So, guys, that was it. I got all this, like I said, for like $20 and some change, I think. So, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Let me know what you all think about some of the movies. Have you seen them? What you thought about them? What were some of your favorites that I picked up? What have you been picking up recently? Is physical media are you still able to get physical media in your area? Are you not big fans of pawn shops and Goodwills, or is that where you do most of your shopping? Because, physical media to be able to be found in the big box stores are becoming more and more slim pickings. So, yeah, let me know. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.